Trust me, I thought I could.
Poof, they're gone.
Oh my fucking God. No worry.
Welcome to the 40s. Gotta work smarter.
You gotta work smarter. Just don't. Yeah, it's dead. It's fucking dead. Please, are you paying attention to this?
Sean had an interesting question earlier, Dan. So he said, what are your thoughts about someone who is earning $300,000 to $400,000 per year and still working a day job? Isn't that limiting their ability to devote more time to their main income and revenue generating mechanism, for example, their business?
Yes. Depends on your overhead.
So if you
Depends on your overhead.
paying a lot of debt or you got a lot of overhead.
As you start making more money, it's very easy to blow the money. And I'll put up two hands. I'll be the first one to admit.
Yeah.
I like to spend money.
Shut up and take my money.
I did.
Who likes to spend money?
Yeah.
Okay. So as an entrepreneur, I wish I had someone tell me how to not just make money, but how to keep and invest the money better, right?
Earlier on, right?
Early on, because I made some bad investments early in my career, in my late 20s. I put in a bunch of money in tech, different companies, like 10 companies. Got angel investing as an angel, and I lost money on all 10.
What?
No, one sucker makes money. All 10 lost money, right? So I lost a lot of money in those, and I guess I didn't know a lot of things that I'm teaching you now, because I always think I'm good at making money, right? So then I didn't think about the whole keeping and investing. So one of the things I teach now along the dragons is not just how to grow your business, but after a certain stage, how do you invest and how to keep that money. It's not how much money you make, it really is how much money you keep and how well you can invest that money. Because the interesting thing about being an entrepreneur, if you're very good, let's say you're a very, very good entrepreneur, you're making things happen, you're growing the team, you're doing all of that, chances are you are a very, very powerful rainmaker, meaning you know how to make it rain, right? You know how to make money, you know how to generate revenue. That's a very exact quality of you being great at making money usually makes you a very lousy investor. Are you writing this down? Because as an entrepreneur, we are optimistic, right? We think the best, we make it happen, we see the vision, we do all of that. As an investor, you need to see all the bad. How much money can I lose, right? Resource allocation, how to protect my downside. Can I live with my downside? It's a totally different hat. And most entrepreneurs, once they make the money, they don't know how to put their money to work. So I see a lot of entrepreneurs that I advise and coach, I call them high income, underinvested. They know how to make a lot of money. You look at their asset column, next to nothing. And I don't mean their home, their fancy car and all that shit. That's all liabilities. So they don't know how to transition to become an investor because they're so busy running their businesses. They don't understand that there's another game that they gotta play. That's the investing game. Because you can work, for most of us, when you are, like the pace that we work in as an entrepreneur, people don't understand how intense that is. You with me? They don't understand. Like, it takes a toll on us, right? The long hours, the stress, and all that. So it's not like, oh, people have a job, retire 65. No, there has to be a time. Like, it's like we're compressing all of that in a short period of time. In that 5, 10, 15 years, right? We can't do that too many times, right? So from there, if let's say we have an exit, that's why I want to talk about exit a little bit later on. You have that money, you better put it to work. Here's what you don't want to do. And please, are you paying attention to this? Hello? Okay, this is very critical.
Yeah, did you pay attention?
You do not make that lump sum money and then you bet on the next thing. You do not ever do that. Because you are not so sure if the next thing would work. If it doesn't work, let's say you have an exit, you made $20 million, okay? And now you put $20 million, oh, let me go start the next idea that I have. What if that thing doesn't work? What if you lose money?
You've just blown your 15 years of 20 million, which you worked for.
That 10, 15 years you've spent building a business, have an exit, what happens? This is how entrepreneurs have, like, you see these entrepreneurs?
Yep.
They can make tens of millions, hundreds of millions.
And poof, they're gone. Yep.
Because they bet the farm. The same mentality of milk mix, because they will be thinking, the new business, I'm a good entrepreneur, I just had a successful exit, I'm gonna make this work. I'm gonna take this to a whole new level, it's gonna be great. And they think like they were thinking like they were 30, but now they're 45. You cannot work at the same pace. Trust me, I thought I could. I thought like now at almost 40, like at 30 years old, at 20, I thought every year.
Wait till you get to 43.
Oh my fucking God. Like I thought, no, I'm like, before when I was younger, I can do an all-nighter, no worry. Now I do an all-nighter,
Oh shit. the
which
next
I don't,
day.
if I need 2 days to recover,
Yeah.
for God's sakes, right?
Welcome to the 40s.
This sucks, right? This fucking sucks, right? And my stamina endurance already way better than most entrepreneurs. But I noticed the same intensity and all that, I'm like, it's not as good. Like there is a difference. How many of you recognize that?
Yeah.
There's a difference, right? You cannot push as hard and your 40s that compare 30s and 50 compared to 40s.
You gotta work smarter.
You gotta work smarter. So you do not bet the farm. Yes, you do not put all that money and boom, make it a boom. And you do not put all that money and get 3 Ferraris, please. Just don't. Just listen to me, just don't.
Yeah.
Okay? You're not gonna drive them. You don't have fucking time. Okay? My Bentley has a few thousand kilometers.
2,000.
It's fucking ridiculous.
2,000.
I do not drive the car. Okay? Rarely.
2,000 in 2
once
years.
a week, maybe.
And I drove most of it.
Yes, it's like you just don't. You do not need 3 cars sitting there and you would think that would make you like feel good and cool and all that.
The funny story is the Bentley battery was even dead.
Yeah, it's dead. It's fucking dead. We just changed the battery, right? 3K, I think something like that.
Oh my
The
God.
battery is like 3K, right? Yeah, it's so think about the money allocation. That's a piece I think it's very much missing in the business world. How once you make the money and while you're making the money,
Yeah.
right? Who's going to give you the guidance on how much you should allocate? Some, for personal pleasure and for like some vacation, different things, that's all good. But someone needs to tell you, do not, you gotta put aside money for growth, you gotta put aside money for business, you gotta put aside money for different things. Don't go in and do that. This is just speaking from experience.